Yeah, I mean, you still, well, it depends on why you fell. So that's almost the equivalent of not wearing a seatbelt. So, I mean, a jury could ultimately assess some fault to somebody. If you're driving without a seatbelt on, everybody knows you should wear a seatbelt, and you're driving, you don't have your seatbelt on, someone runs a red light and hits you, you can still make a claim for them. Now they can maybe argue comparative fault and say, well, you wouldn't have been hurt that bad if you just been wearing your seatbelt. You wouldn't have been hurt that bad. That's a jury's for a jury to decide how the fault gets apportioned. So it really just turns into a pure, an issue for the jury to decide how do we assess fault and blame to people for their role in this. Bicycle would be the same thing. And if you're riding your bike, someone hits you and you hit your head, and the argument would be if you'd been wearing a helmet, you wouldn't have been hurt that bad. Well, yeah, but if you hadn't hit me, I wouldn't have been hurt at all. So it's really a fault comparison. It's a little different in Missouri with regard to the seatbelt. There's actually a law on how much fault can be put on somebody when they don't wear a seatbelt. So it's a little different depending on where you're at.